Happy, happy Monday. Let's get everything together here. Hello, hello. We're going to just give it a little minute. Oh, it's saying something went wrong. I don't like that. Are you still? Yeah, it's still working, right? Okay. Cool. Let's go here. Hi, friendly viewers. I'm Marci Geller, Square Peg Chat. We're just going to give it another minute because we're on a delay and sometimes it takes a little bit of time for people to log on or to figure out how to log on. But I see we've got some viewers already, so hi, happy Monday. I hope you're all excited and happy and having a fantastic life. Not just a week so far, but yeah, I hope you're having a great week so far. I mean, it's only Monday, but that's the whole point of this, is that we start our Mondays off with this little half-hour chat, schmooze, discussion, so that we can set ourselves up for a fabulous, wonderful week ahead. I have a little, oops, something went wrong. So I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to open it again to see if it says it. Oops, still says something's wrong. So, I have no way of knowing if you see me because I have a message that says, oops. Ugh, darn. All right, let's see. I think that, not all of you are on social media, so I don't want to, mess things up and then have it. You know what? I might start it over again just to see if that fixes it. Let me just try this one more time. And go here. Come on. No, it says something went wrong. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to type in a message and see if I see my message, and that might tell me if it's working or not. So I'm going to say, hi. Do you see me yet? This is Marci! Exclamation point. And that would be no. Yay! New web chat and new technological issues. So I can't tell if you guys can see me or not because I'm not going to be able to see the chat. So I am so inclined to, what is this? What is this new little thing here that oh! There we go. I think that fixed it. Okay, so I'm gonna type again and see if I see my little hi. Oh, it says something went wrong again. Darn it. What are you? I don't know what you are. What do you think? You can't tell me what you think because I can't see what you're thinking because I can't see your chats. I kind of feel like, hi, I know more people are jumping on. We're having a little problem with the chat function for some reason. It's not working. And part of me is thinking maybe we should restart it, but I don't know if that's going to fix it or not. Darn, because I can't see what you guys are saying if I don't have the chat function. Unless you're on, if you see the tab that says social stream, let me type in there and see if I see that. And if it does, I'm going to ask you guys to click on that tab. So let me just write hi. Let's see. Okay, that's working. So here's what I want you guys to do. If you're just tuning in, where you see the normal chat, there should be another tab that says social stream. If you guys can click that instead of the chat, we will try that because for some reason I'm having technical difficulties. I'm not having technical difficulties. Ustream is having technical difficulties. Oh, lovely Ustream. So yeah, if you can jump onto the tab, it should be right next to the one that says says chat. Go to the one that says social stream and type in there. That should let us talk to one another. So I'm going to jump right in. Hi everybody, Marci Geller here, Square Peg Chat. It is Monday, March 7th, 2016. I am just back from a whirlwind 10-day tour extravaganza that included family visits and conferences and concerts. And I have to tell you, I came back so energized and excited about life and excited about just coming home and digging into all the things that have been overwhelming me, and I wanted to share that exuberance and excitement with you guys. So that's why I picked this topic. Dive in. What are you waiting for? It truly was a very inspired topic, and on a lot of different levels. One, because one of the things I did, as I mentioned, is I went to a conference, and it was a conference that I've never attended before, and it was the first time, I think it's the first time I've ever gone to a conference where I literally did not know a soul walking in. And this conference is pretty intense to begin with, but not knowing anybody, not I mean, one person to like hug when you walked in the door or say, "Hi, how are you?" It was a little unnerving, to say the least. But I just decided to dig in, dive in, and just go for it and see what happened. And I will be completely honest, as I always am. There were a lot of emotional highs and lows. There were some ups and downs. It was a major, major spiritual roller coaster. But I came out feeling so, not just inspired, but empowered. That's what I came out feeling. Empowered. I came out with a new, renewed sense of clarity about who I am and how I want to walk this earth. You know, who I want to be, and that example of the planet I want to live in, and how I want to present myself. And I also felt very, what's the word? Inspired, empowered, all of those things. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because this energy that I was experiencing, you know, I think I've talked about this. If you've tuned in before, I've mentioned several times that winter kicks my butt. I have a really difficult time struggling with what they call SAD, which is like a seasonal affective disorder. It's that lack of sun, it's the cold weather. And I came back, and it snowed a few days after I returned, and I am telling you, I still felt this incredible joy inside of my being. And I said, you know what? Something happened out there. And it's more than I got a good dose of sunshine and love from family members. I think I really had a cosmic shift when I was out there. And I wanted to bring that joy and that shift and share it with you guys, because you take time out of your week to share this half hour with me, and I'm very grateful for that. And so if you are just tuning in, for some reason the chat function, let's check it if it's working now, because it wasn't working before. Oh, it looks like it might be working now, guys. So if you didn't understand what I meant, oh, it says, oops, something went wrong again. So it looks like it's not working. The way you communicate with me is usually through the chat function. It's, for some reason, it's not working tonight. So if you see the little box that says chat, right next to it there's another box that says social stream. If you click that, you can type in there and communicate with me, so I know what you're thinking, any comments, any questions that you want to pose, so that we can really have this conversation. And if it doesn't work out and you don't figure it out, you know me, I'll just keep yammering on anyway, because I'm excited and I'm happy, and I want to share that with you, because I know that a lot of my friends are still experiencing those winter blues. And so if I can impart some sunshine on any of you, then that's what I'm going to do tonight. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The conference, I was inspired, I was empowered, and I went in not knowing a soul, but I came out with many, many new heart connection friends. And that's really special. And it proved to me that even when something is terrifying, like walking into a conference that you've never attended before and where you don't know a single person walking in, that you can make this decision to just go for it. And that's kind of what I did. I took a deep breath, and I saw a room of songwriters swapping songs, and they were all in their like teens and 20s, and I just said, oh, Marci, get over yourself. Just go in there, pull out your guitar, and share some music. And that is exactly what I did. And I'm telling you that act of just diving into the water and not knowing what was waiting for me was such a very powerful gesture. And I think that what I did on this trip in particular was carry that theme, that idea along with me, even when things felt uncomfortable or when things felt overwhelming or I felt insignificant or small. I remembered that perspective is key and that I always have the option to shift my perspective, and I decided to be the new person at the conference that everybody wanted to get to know. And it was a really amazing experience, and I'm so thankful for it. But I'm going to go on. I'm going to talk to you more about how I came to this idea about diving in, because it goes beyond the conference. It goes to leaving the conference and heading south at that point to Agora, to my friend Kiki's ranch in the mountains in Agora, and going on this remarkable mountain hike. And it wasn't like a typical hike where you're just walking on a trail. It was like serious, like wow, like up and down. And I had this moment where I knew that if I looked up to the top of the mountain that we were trying to get to, that it would seem impossible. It would seem so far away and so steep, and I could fall and I could hurt myself, and I had a concert to do. So I decided that instead of looking up towards the goal, I decided to stay centered in the present, and I decided to watch my footsteps and be very mindful and in the moment in every single step that I took, in figuring out where my foot was going to go next. Because like I said, it wasn't like walking on a typical trail. This was not only almost a 90-degree angle up and down, but it was really rocky, which made it potentially treacherous. And I just had this knowing inside of me that I was not going to fall, and that if I did, I would deal with it, and that I was going to fully experience the moment. And so there was another opportunity to express this idea of diving in. And it's all, it's all symbolic. It is, because it's about how, applying these philosophies when you're out in the woods and nature in your everyday life. And so then there was the concert, and here I am in my dear friend's home, and it's so lovely and it sounds great, and I'm surrounded by true heart friends who I have not seen in so long, and part of me wants to just cry and hug everybody, because I kind of ache for some of these people, well, probably all of them. It's like, when you meet friends who you connect with so much that it almost feels like something's missing when they're not around, and you have this sort of empty ache. And I'm not saying I feel empty, but I do ache. I do miss these people in my life, and having them there was so very special. And for the first maybe one or two songs, I was struggling a little bit between the emotions of it, and also I had been texting a friend who was lost trying to find her way there, and that sort of distracted me from where I was supposed to be, which was present in the moment, but also the dryness of California, which I'm not used to. I'm used to a very humid climate here on the East Coast, and so my throat was a little sticky, and so it took me a song or two to remember why I was there and why I was standing in front of a room full of people singing, and once I remembered, it was just so beautiful for the rest of the evening. And it gets better. So some of my friends lingered, and we hung out after the concert, and one of them, who's a relatively new friend who I met at the Song Arts Academy, that workshop that I took. I think it was 2014 in the fall, a little over a year ago. She's 26. I think she's just one of the most remarkable people I've ever met because she's stunningly beautiful, but that's just not her deal. You know, like she's had a very challenging start to life. And, you know, if you want to know more about her, I actually, you know, posted something on Facebook today, and I talked about her a bit in my newsletter. So, you know, I don't want to divulge things right here, right now. But she's had challenges in her life at 26 years old, and at the same time, she's incredibly smart and very driven and very talented. And yet, I have watched her chase her tail a little bit because I see so many people telling her to go this way and telling her to go that way and steering her back and forth to the point where she's just not moving forward. And, you know, as someone who loves her, it was frustrating for me because I wanted to just shake her and go, just do it already. Just jump in. But I knew that she had to come to that conclusion on her own. Like, I could only plant the seeds, but each one of us has to figure out our own journey. And I guess there's this part of me that feels this slight sense of urgency in regards to her because I relate so much to where she is. And I remember being 26, and I remember everybody telling me that I should be doing something different. And I don't want her to get lost in the mire of other people's fear, because I think that there's a tendency to project your fear onto somebody. You know, we're very good at correcting and telling people what they're doing wrong, but I'm in a place right now where I'm really more focused on wanting to tell people what they're doing right. You know, I want to encourage people to just feel good about themselves. So I sort of planted a seed, and I sort of just said to her, you know, I think you've got this great track, and I think you should just go for it. I think you're ready. I think you're done. You know, you don't need to bake anymore. And she was like, well, what do you mean? What do I need to do? And I gave her this idea to do a music video, and damn, she ran with it. She took this idea and she's put it into action, and I can't even begin to tell you how many exciting things are starting to happen for her in like less than a week. I mean, seriously, less than a week. Happened to connect with an extremely famous singer-songwriter, you know, Grammy Award winner, blah, 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 who wants to meet with her and have lunch and all this other great stuff. So I feel like, wow, you see that concept of, what is it, like an object in motion stays in motion, and I think it kind of proved it, and that's how I came up with this idea for tonight, that, you know, I think we can logic ourselves out of a lot of opportunities. You know what I mean? I think that we can, you know, come up with this inspiration or have this burst of energy, and we can so easily knock ourselves down or be knocked down by the energy of others. And I want every single one of you to feel so inspired that you take something that you've been putting on the back burner, that your heart is yearning so greatly for, and go for it. Even if it's a little scary, even if it's a lot scary. You know, I mean, I don't want you to like jump off a cliff, because I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting hurt. But, you know, if there's something that's been nagging at you that you really feel like you should be doing, that you want to do, that's going to serve your soul, I'm going to suggest that maybe this week you try dipping your toe in and doing a little bit of it and seeing what happens. You know, like, what's the very, very worst thing that can happen? Well, you could be an utter failure. Like, whatever it is, you could just be terrible at it. But here's the thing, my friends. I've come to realize that we don't get one chance. We don't even get like 5 chances. We get infinite chances. We get as many chances as we are willing to take. And I don't know, I guess there's a part of me that feels like the thing that I walked away from most from this last trip, I always have these ideas of who I am in the world, and I'm this musician, I'm supposed to share my music, and that is a component to who I am as a being. But I think what I really, really got this time is that my true purpose is to spread love. That's really what it's about. It's about taking this good stuff that I'm feeling and sharing it with whoever is supposed to be shared with, and hoping that they walk away with feeling good and some love and some joy, and maybe then they spread that around. And maybe that's how we heal the planet. Maybe that's how we heal ourselves, and maybe it's one and the same, So anyway, I'm bummed that I can't interact with you guys. I'm going to go back to the chat just to see if anybody, no, still says something went wrong. So, again, if you have anything to say, if you want to type it into the social stream, or, what else, you could Facebook, put a Facebook message on. I can turn on my Facebook page on my iPhone here and see if anybody's leaving messages, or you can Twitter. You can leave some tweets for me. So I'm going to take this opportunity to, do my little housekeeping, I guess I call it, where I tell you that if you are not already receiving my newsletters, right above you is a way to sign up for my mailing list, and you get a free MP3. So please do that. We are continually trying to raise funds to get this technology a little bit more solid. And if you're interested in supporting me in doing that, there is a tip jar below me. It's not a requirement. I do this for free. I do this because I truly want to spread some joy and, I don't know, whatever wisdom I have and some inspiration to all of you. So it's not an obligation. It's just, it's out there if you want to give a tip. It does help. I'm going to look at my Facebook just to see if anybody's messaging, which I don't see anything that looks like. I'm going to look on my music page, because that may be where some of you are posting also, and I'm not seeing anything, but it's also a little slow because I have Wi-Fi turned off, so I'm not eating up the bandwidth here. Anyway, let's see. We've got about 7.5 minutes. You might be even seeing a commercial, and I wouldn't know this time because I don't have the feed, which is really annoying. But here's what I'm going to say. I know that a bunch of you are still watching. If you are watching this and you wanted to add something to the conversation, let's start a conversation. You could always make a post on, like I said, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, wherever you want. Make a post, and we can have our conversation after the fact there if you want. Or just listen, because I'm about to dive in and take a chance. I've talked about how I do these crazy Fearless Songwriter challenges, and I think I may have mentioned that I mentioned that I finished another one and I got a bunch of songs out of it, and I don't think that I did this one for you yet. If I did, oh well, I'm just going to practice it again. But this song, it's about irony, and it's got sort of like a tongue-in-cheek sarcasm to it. I hope you enjoy it, and see how this goes. Okay, ready? Look, another door slammed in my face. Such a disgrace, I somehow want more. Oops, I did it again. Answer that door. Such a thing's when you think I would learn. Why do again. So that's it. That's my little offering of music for this week. I hope that all of you will dive in and stop waiting for the right moment, because I think we can just wait forever and all of a sudden, it could be it. It could be done, it could be the end. And I don't want any of you to reach that moment and go, darn it, I wish I had just tried. Because I know that I'm thankful that I try. And I'm going to just look at this chat one more time, because I know you guys usually speak to me. Let's see what it does. Come on, move. It looks like it's working. Oh, nope, something went wrong. I swear it's just taunting me at this point. Anyway, we've got about a minute and a half. And I hope that you all have bright and shiny weeks. If you're in the Northeast, the weather is gorgeous. Yay! We've got that daylight savings. Well, actually, are we in daylight savings now? We're like undoing daylight savings on Sunday. And even though we're going to lose an hour, I have to tell you, I'm really happy about that extra hour of sun. That is not a bad thing in my book. Sun is definitely, my happiness is definitely proportionate to the amount of sun in the sky, although I'm getting better at that. What else did I want to share with you guys? I think that's about it. I think I'm going to sign off a little bit early, only because I can't hear what you guys are thinking, and I feel bad about that. So let's see if we can finish the conversation somewhere else, some other time. I will see you next Monday. I am Marci Geller. You have been watching Square Peg Chat. Hopefully next week the chat function will function. And we can exchange some more ideas and inspiration and happiness. So have a beautiful week. Much love to you all. Bye.